Hello and welcome to the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Northeast. I am Bukola Koka. And the top stories. The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos on Friday ordered the final forfeiture to the federal government, properties valued at over 11.14 billion naira and another at 1.04 billion naira linked to the former Central Bank of Nigeria governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele. Justice Chukwujeku Aneke made the order of permanent forfeiture after hearing an application filed and argued by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, through its counsel, Chineye Okezie. The EFCC named 2 current and 1 former CBN staff as Emefiele's accomplices in the alleged fraud. The trial, according to the affidavit filed in support of the application, are Obayemi Oluwaseun Teben and Akomolafe Adebayo, working with Olubunmi Makinde, a former CBN staff, and others. The properties are mostly located in highbrow parts of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, says it is taking decisive steps towards eliminating touting, extortion, and illicit activities at the airports. At a recent media interaction with journalists, the managing director of FAN, Mrs. Olubunmi Kuku, said it is establishing a dedicated task force, which is to be headed by its Director of Special Duties, Mr. Henry Agbebire. FAN said it also has plans to engage all government agencies operating at the airports to ensure compliance with the anti-touting and anti-extortion measures. The agency's boss also stated that magistrate courts will soon be established at the nation's international airports to prosecute offenders. And now to the news proper from the Northeast. Yobe residents in Nigeria's Northeast have described the kinetic and non-kinetic approaches by the military as a major reason for the return of relative peace in the region. According to them, most communities in the state have returned to their ancestral homes, with the exception of Maidunari in Gujba local government area, hence paving the way for economic growth. In this special report, Channels Television assesses the efforts of the military in restoring peace in the last 14 years of the Boko Haram insurgency.
Since the Boko Haram insurgency started, the military had launched slogans of operations such as Operation Lafia Dole, Operation Tura Taikai Bongo, and the current Operation Hadinkai, among others, to restore peace in the northeast region. Between 2014 and 2016, 4 local government areas in Gombe State, which include Guba, Gulaini, Gaidam, and Unisari, were not accessible, forcing the residents to flee away from their homes for safety. But by December 2016, the military was able to take back all the affected local government areas, communities, and relative peace continues to return gradually.
The military has done a lot. The military has done creditably well. And I assure you, without the military, all of us, even me and you now talking, will not be here talking. Because it is only the military that has the capacity to confront the insurgents. No other security service. What the other security services do is to provide the enabling environment and the operation enablers. For example, the Department of State Services, they are always up and doing, providing actionable intelligence. Similarly, the Nigeria Police, they also provide intelligence, and there are areas that are not very high-risk areas where the mobile police are deployed to complement the effort of the military. So by and large, not only the military, but all the security agencies, they have done creditably well, and we need to encourage them to do more so that peace will finally return to Gombe State.
And in the recent weeks, the military had rescued many kidnapped victims, including children, women, the elderly, as well as Chibok girls around the axis of Sambisa Forest. The commander of the Sector 2 Joint Task Force, Operation Hadinkai, revealed that the civil-military relationship is assisting in their operations.
We are here to protect them, we are here to safeguard them, we are here to ensure that Yobe people, as I earlier said, are safe and secured, and they sleep with their 2 eyes closed. That's why we are here. We have a relationship with the locals are very, very cordial. Because we are here because of them.
The Gombe State government, under its project Durable Solution for Internally Displaced Persons, says machineries are in place to ensure the remaining IDPs are returned home in a dignified manner.
The state government has already started some very strategic steps. The first step is the development of the IDP policy. Gombe State is the first state in the country that has so far domesticated the national policy on IDP. And this will give us a legal framework to guide the state in terms of delivering, providing the right of the IDPs and delivering the core mandate of government with respect to the IDPs.
Although there are pockets of attacks in some of the communities, Governor May Malabuni, while receiving the commander of Sector 2, Joint Task Force of Operation Hadinkai, has assured his government will continue to support all the security agencies in Gombe State.
This is not your first time being in Gombe. I want to commend you for the good effort, the gallantry exhibited, especially the entry to the Timbuktu Triangle is one of the commendable steps that you have taken to ensure that we are secured. As a government, we will support all the security agencies, especially the military, because we know what the military are going through to ensure that we are secured as a state. Because to us here in Gombe State, security is a first-line charge, because without security, there won't be any meaningful development.
Residents in Gombe State are optimistic that if the onslaught on the insurgents is sustained, peace will return to the region and allow for economic growth.
The newly elected chairman of Busari local government area in Gombe State, Mr. Lawan Gana Guba, says he has worked out plans with stakeholders to curb clashes between farmers and herders, one of the major factors affecting food production in the state. Gana Guba, who disclosed this while swearing in his vice and 10 councillors in Dapchi, headquarters of the local government, charged them to unfold the values and principles of the All Progressives Congress that brought them to power. He further explained that the council will work closely with security agencies in the area to ensure agricultural produce and livestock are protected to minimize the clashes between farmers and herders.
The All Progressive Congress APC has provided you with opportunity and support to serve your community. Show your gratitude by upholding the values and principles of our great party in all your actions and decisions. As we navigate through the rainy season, marked by herders farmers clashes, please know that together our security agencies, we are committed to ensuring the safety of your farm produce. Our regime is dedicated to striving for more developmental projects that will benefit our community. We urge you to pray fervently and ceaselessly for peace and progress. Soon we will convene a stakeholders meeting to extensively discuss ways to ensure peaceful coexistence between farmers and herders. As the Executive Chairman, I seek your support, cooperation, constructive advices, prayers, and goodwill. Our collective success depends on our ability to work together harmoniously, sharing ideas and solutions that will propel Busari to a greater height.
The Gombe State government has embarked on a mission to understudy the breakthroughs recorded across the various sectors of Morocco's economy. Led by Governor Inuwa Yahaya, the Gombe mission team to the Kingdom of Morocco had a balanced representation from members of the State Executive Council, the State House of Assembly, local government council chairpersons, the traditional council and the business community, the academia, as well as managers of other critical sectors of the state's economy. After a week-long stay, the mission resulted in the opening up of Gombe State for investment and the signing of several agreements. It's a special team of stakeholders from Gombe State that visited the Kingdom of Morocco, and the goal was clear: to diversify the state's economy, wean the state from over-reliance on federal allocations, and drive tangible human capital development, and with a particular aim also of attracting investment to the state's industrial park. During the week-long visit, the team understudied operations at the Moroccan fertilizer plants, dairy production outfits, engineering and construction sites, irrigation sites, and tertiary education campuses.
Some others, typical primary school. That's what education is all about, isn't it? Yes.
The team's mission is to seek areas of partnership with the North African country, as well as invite investors to tap from the vast opportunities available in Gombe State.
We came with a clear mission and a vision to see that we entrench deeper the relationship between the two countries. We are going to deepen and widen the relationship so that our people will mutually benefit one another. And I would like to add that the university we saw has really convinced us of the seriousness with which our organization is putting effort in research and development.
The mission appears productive as the state government secured a number of memorandum of understandings, including one with OCP Africa to bolster fertilizer production and agricultural activities. In the same breath, an MOU was signed to enable Gombe students study at Morocco's Coventry University.
I hope this platform also will allow other exchange, not only in agriculture, but also in other area like academic area. That's why we invite our colleague, but also in other field that you see that we can bring value. We are not only fertilizer supplier, but we are partner to develop the agriculture and the ecosystem for the agriculture where we are.
Children living in the street.
For the hosts and visitors, this mission is the beginning of a journey that would change the economic landscapes of both countries.
What we see is that clearly Gombe is a hub for the Northeast and for the whole of the northern Nigeria. And that's very important for us too at OCP. We want to partner with organizations, state governments particularly, that see agriculture as a mainstay. And that's exactly what Gombe is doing. And His Excellency has shown that in his participation the last 1 week, his active participation last 1 week, taking notes on different things that we can do together. So we look forward to a lot of productive things with the land of Gombe.
As Gombe State and the Kingdom of Morocco join forces to create value in critical sectors of the economy, Governor Inuwa Yahaya says his government is focused on opening up Gombe for investment and providing a better lease of life for the 4 million residents in Gombe State. And still to come on the program, there's more from Gombe State as Governor Inuwa Yahaya has flagged off the sale of fertilizer for the 2024 farming season. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. In order to ensure food security, Governor Inuwa Yahaya of Gombe State, who's also the chairman of the Northeast Governors Forum, has flagged off the sale of fertilizers for the 2024 farming season in Gombe State. A total of 4,000 tons of fertilizers have been procured by the governor for distribution to farmers in the 114 wards of the state. Acknowledging President Bola Tinubu's assistance of 2,000 tons of fertilizer to Gombe, the governor reaffirms his commitment to food security in line with the president's renewed hope agenda.
Gombe State has an estimated population of 4,000 people, 85% of whom are smallholder farmers. With Gombe State selected as a special agro-industrial processing zone and hotbed of agricultural activities in the Northeast sub-region, Governor Inuwa Yahaya moves to boost agricultural output by flagging off the distribution of 4,000 tons of fertilizer at half the price.
Over the years, our administration has invested billions of naira in procuring assorted fertilizers and other essential inputs, thus ensuring their timely distribution to our farmers at subsidized rates. This initiative is part of our broader strategy in order to boost agricultural productivity and enhance food security. Agriculture is the backbone of both developed and developed economies worldwide. Despite the financial challenges we face, our government remains steadfast in its commitment to investing massively in this sector. Farming communities dominate the rural economy in Gombe State, and substantial investment in agriculture is crucial for the state's economic growth and development, especially with respect to harnessing the irrigation potentials across our major irrigation areas and dams.
According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Husbandry, Governor Inuwa Yahaya has consistently supported agricultural activities through provision of farming inputs and curbing farmer-herder clashes.
Your Excellency, I want to sincerely express my gratitude that of the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Husbandry and Cooperatives and the entire farming communities of Gombe State for giving us the opportunity under your able leadership to benefit from your administration's kind gesture in agriculture. Your Excellency, today's occasion is a confirmation of your administration's unrelenting efforts and strong determination to develop the agricultural sector.
For farmers, the subsidy in fertilizer prices means greater productivity that would guarantee food security.
What the governor has done is timely, and also the price is affordable to our farmers. Compare how they sell it in the market. So by that, it will boost our farming, and also we'll have food security in our state. As far as the governor has provided this fertilizer at a good time, and at the same time as affordable. So it's my belief that this year we'll have one more harvest compared to last year.
With the 50% subsidy, farmers will now pay 22,000 naira, and they express gratitude for the governor's massive reforms in the agricultural sector, which are in sync with the renewed hope agenda of ensuring food self-sufficiency in the country.
The Wurukung Youth Association is appealing to the authorities to address the killings of residents of Usmanu village in Karim Lamido local government area of Taraba State. While applauding the state governor's efforts so far in ensuring peace in the state, the group is, however, asking the authorities to deploy adequate security in order to safeguard life and property in the state.
The 15th of November 2023 is a day that has cast an atmosphere of fear, dread and apprehension on the residents of Usmanu village in Taraba State. On that horrifying day, persons suspected to be bandits vandalized and forcefully released from police custody a suspect arrested in possession of live ammunition and firearms, leading to the death of one Barasu Salisu. The gunmen were in Don. On the 11th of January 2024, they struck again, killing one person, and on the 2nd of June 2024, they attacked yet again and killed the village head of Usmanu community, forcing residents to call for security reinforcement to avert further breakdown of law and order. Youths of the affected areas under the umbrella of Wurukung Youth Association of Nigeria used this press conference to appeal to concerned authorities to fish out the perpetrators, end extrajudicial killings, and ensure the return of peace to their community.
We humbly call on His Excellency Dr. Abu Kefas to please consider the plight of our people, especially those in Usmanu village, and deploy adequate security reinforcement to safeguard lives and property. We also want to call on the Commissioner of Police to deploy skilled and well-trained personnel to restore sanity and uphold the dignity and integrity of the Nigerian police force in Usmanu village.
Police authorities in Taraba State are investigating the series of attacks, assisted by professional hunters to comb the forest where the bandits are suspected to be hiding.
As a matter of fact, I have given my DPOs the directive that all operations that they are carrying out, they should carry the hunters along. And they should equally monitor the activities of hunters in the various local governments so that they will not go and operate outside the confines of the laws of the land. So we are still very much in collaboration.
Aware of the situation, Governor Abu Kefas promises that his administration will strengthen community-based security initiatives to ensure ungoverned lands are not used to perpetrate evil.
We'll continue to strengthen community-based security initiatives in collaboration with our security agencies to ensure that we sustain what we have started and to even improve better on that, extending it to the farmlands and the ungoverned spaces in Taraba State.
The Wokan Youth Association of Nigeria say they will continue to seek for justice until it is served to ensure they can return to their farms and ancestral homes without fear as the rainy season sets in.
The Federal Roads Maintenance Agency has begun the repair and maintenance of all federal and international routes across Borno State. Some of the roads had served as death traps as Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists had planted IEDs, laid ambush and attacked innocent commuters who plied the road. Speaking with Channels Television at the Maiduguri-Bama Road, the state controller says roads in Borno State do not only enhance security of lives, but also boost trans-border transactions in trade and commerce.
With international routes linking Cameroon through Maiduguri-Gamboru and Maiduguri-Bama-Banki roads and the Republic of Chad through Maiduguri-Damasak road, the roles of road transportation cannot be underscored for economic development. Additionally, Borno State is one of the states with economically viable roads to attract attention of the federal government. These roads, along with other major roads in the state, have remained dilapidated and abandoned all through the peak of insurgency, while the few motorable ones have served as soft targets for the terrorists. This development has reduced trans-border trades and slowed down socio-economic activities within and outside the state. With relative stability and security returning to most parts of the state and the northeast, FEMA has commenced repairs of some of these bad roads.
Recently we had some maintenance on some roads. Garikida Road at Cheney 12 to Cheney 14, about 1.2 kilometers on the road. And recently too we had maintenance on Maduguri Baga Road, about 7 kilometers there too. We did some maintenance there. And also on Maduguri Benishek Road, we also did about 1 kilometer of asphalt work there too. Then recently too, we did some work, some constituency projects too on Manjakwa to Kwajafa, about 850 meters length of a road.
A commuter who has witnessed several attacks and accidents along the Maiduguri-Baga roads expresses delight at the work being done by the federal agency.
There was a big ditch on this spot before that has killed many. This road has caused several accidents, but thank God the federal government is repairing it. It is a road that serves people both in the state and outside the state. We appreciate the FG for this development.
According to the controller, all roads abandoned during the peak of the insurgency will be given prompt attention by the federal agency as the state government resettles communities and works to enhance security.
And now to education. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, Sadu Zunguru University Bauchi branch, has decried the poor funding of the institution and poor welfare of its staff, warning that this might lead to a mass exodus of academic staff from the institution. The union is urgently calling for immediate attention from the state government to address issues such as the absence of a defined pension scheme and staff exit policy, the implementation of wage award and payment of arrears, earned academic and excess workload allowances, postgraduate internal examiners allowance, examination officers allowance, and other issues. They made this known during a press briefing held on the university's campus in Yuli.
This university is more than 12 years old, yet none of the staff knows his or her fate after retirement, or the fate of his or her family after his or her ultimate exit. It is pathetic, sorrowful, and lamentable to note that some of our members who have passed away have nothing to their families as death benefits, despite their sacrifices and hard work through the years. We employ the Executive Governor, His Excellency Senator Bala Muhammad Aurambochi, as the visitor of Saad Zunguri University to direct his attention to the institution through adequate funding, staff welfare, and infrastructural development, which are essential for the growth of the university. Hence, we call on the government to religiously abide by 2% and 5% of the state and local government monthly grants, respectively, allocated for the funding of the university as stipulated in the university law to enable it carry out its activities effectively and efficiently. Taking timely action to address these critical and significant issues will undoubtedly help mitigate the mass exodus of our highly talented and world-class staff.
And that sums it up on the program today. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again next week with another round of editions covering different regions of Nigeria. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.